Hi, in this video, we're going to calculate the angle between two vectors. Now, our very first step to do this would be to find the dot product of the two vectors. Then we're going to divide that by the magnitude of each vector individually. Once we've done that, we'll be able to set that equal to cosine of theta, where theta is the variable we're using to represent the angle between the vectors. In order to get it by itself, though, because again, we're trying to get the angle by itself, we're going to take the inverse cosine of both sides. This gives us a final formula of theta equals inverse cosine of u dot v over the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v. So visually, this is what it would look like for an example such as u equals -3, -4, and v equals 4, 3. Notice u is my blue vector and v is my orange vector, and I've marked in purple theta, the angle between them. Now you might ask yourself, how did I know to mark theta on that side instead of the other one? Well, theta will always be the smaller of the two angles, all right? And it will always be less than or equal to 180 degrees. Let's see if we can calculate the exact angle for this example. So the first thing we need to do is to find the dot product. To find the dot product, we're going to start by identifying the first component from each vector. So in this case, I have -3 from u and 4 from v. I'm going to multiply those together. Then I put my plus sign, and I take a look at the next two components. So the second components are -4 and 3. I'm going to multiply those together. This means u dot v is really -12 plus -12, or -24. All right, so we found the dot product. Now we need to find the magnitude of each vector. So let's find the magnitude of u. So the magnitude of u is the square root of x squared plus y squared, where x is the first component and y is the second component. So in this case, the magnitude of u is going to be the square root of -3 squared plus -4 squared. -3 squared is 9, -4 squared is 16. When I add them together, I get 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. So that's the magnitude of u. Let's also find the magnitude of v. To find the magnitude of v, I'm going to do, again, the square root of x squared plus y squared, which in this case is the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared. 4 squared is 16, 3 squared is 9. I add those together, I get 25. And again, the square root of 25 is 5. Now I can substitute the known values that I just found into our equation. So cosine of theta equals u dot v over the magnitude of u times the magnitude of v becomes -24 over 5 times 5. Now, of course, 5 times 5 is 25, so I can rewrite this as cosine of theta equals -24 over 25. To get my angle, the last step I need to do is take the inverse cosine of both sides. Then my theta is inverse cosine of -24 over 25, which when I plug that in my calculator and make sure that I'm in degree mode, I get that my angle is approximately 163.74 degrees. And that is how you calculate the angle between vectors.